Alright, you're welcome back. In this particular video, we'll be taking a look at HTML symbols, emojis, entities, stuff like that, right? So in our usual fashion and ritual, let's start by creating a new file. Not here, ensure that it's on the folder here. So let's call this one, let us call it entities, right? Entities. So what exactly are HTML entities? So there are some reserved keywords in HTML, and so for example now the greater than sign or the less than sign are all reserved keywords, right? And let's say you want to use that particular greater than sign as a text. Sometimes HTML might confuse it as a tag and might throw probably an error, and that is why they came up with HTML entities for us to be able to use stuff like that. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is to basically create our doc, basic structure, and let's call this entities, right? All right, entities, just for the fun of it, or let's say entities, comma, symbols, comma, emojis, right? Emojis. All right, something like this. That is cool. So let's try an entity. So the first thing I want to do, I'll go to my browser. I already did that. So I'll go on my browser here and I will try to just type HTML symbols. Okay, I think I've closed the one I typed HTML entities. Okay, let me search for it again. Just search for HTML entities, because some of these things are, except the ones that you really use, you don't necessarily need to cram them. So you just search for stores and you see. So let's see this one from Mozilla here. I'll open it on a new tab. And let's say, so these are some of the reserved entities, right? You can see an entity is a piece of text in brackets string that begins with an ampersand, that is this and symbol, and ends with a semicolon, right? Entities are frequently used to display reserved characters which would otherwise be interpreted as HTML code. So stuff like that. So let's see some of the entities. For example, now if you want to display the and, or for example now this particular lesser than sign that otherwise could be interpreted as HTML code, so you want to display it as a text. So this is what you're going to see. Let's say let us get a paragraph tag. Let's say this is an entity. This is an entity. All right, let us drop this stuff there. So this is the ampersand sign, the LT and semicolon. So I'm going to save this, and in our usual fashion, I'm going to go here and try to open this on our Chrome. Open with, I will say Chrome, Google Chrome, and it's going to open. You see, it gives me the lesser than sign, right? So that's what the HTML entity will do for you. So they have there's a lot of them. This one is for codes, this other one is for greater than sign. So you might just want to see the entire entity. So let's take a look. If we click and see also official list of character entities, right? So if we click this, you're going to see a whole bunch of list of HTML entities. Wow, these stuff are merge, right? So in most websites, when you scroll down probably to the footer of the website, you guys will always see this copyright stuff, all rights reserved stuff. So if you want to do that, there is an HTML entities that allow us to create that copyright C that you see on most footer of most websites, right? So let's look for it. It should be around copy. This is E, this is D. So let's go to C. Yeah, I know it overhead, but I just want to be sure that it is here as well. All right, so let's look for it. This stuff is really little. All right, it should be around here. I could see colon, commit, and okay, this is it. You see, that's it. Copy dot semicolon. So for us to do that, all we just need to do is add this and say copy. Yep, that's it. So this one now will give us this particular copy sign. Of course, you guys should know it, right? This C sign, right? So there's another one too that will give us the trade. So let's do that. The ampersand sign, then let us say trade. So that is trade there. That will give us that one. So see, that's okay. Trade is the trademark, right? When your logo is trademark. So there is this other one too, ampersand sign. Let's look for reg. So this one will give us the register stuff, right? So that's it. So that's the R, where you see that particular R stuff inside of that particular area. So these are different entities that you could actually use, but of course, they are all here though, just for you to like spend your time and actually go through them. So nobody cram this stuff. I don't really cram them, right? It's because I know of the copy sign very well, and that is how I use that. So the next now I would love for us to talk about is symbols. So symbols are just like entities as well. So I went on Google as well, and I googled HTML symbols, and I saw this particular one, HTML symbols.xyz. Once you click it, it will bring you to this particular website. So you see like a lot of symbols. I clicked on the currency symbol, and you should be able to see like several currency symbols. So let's say you're watching this particular video and you're looking for your local currency. I know that on normal keyboard, the regular keyboard has the dollar sign, but let's say you're looking for your local currency, for example, Nigerian naira, right? So you might want to look for like, okay, what is the HTML symbol to create the Nigerian naira, right? So you could see even this stuff that looks like Bitcoin. Wow, this is cool. Oh, I've already clicked it. So this stuff looks like Bitcoin, right? And it's amazing. So if you're looking at it, the HTML entity for this is there. So let's see. This stuff is going to give us like the Bitcoin symbol. So let's say, let me just kind of paragraph. Let's say this is Bitcoin. All right, let's drop that. So this will give us the Bitcoin symbol. Not this. Where's that stuff? Okay, this is it here. So of course this is Bitcoin. You see that's Bitcoin. Let's try that for naira. I think I know naira. This is naira, and I will say ampad hash x20a6. all right, we end it. Oh, instead of ampad I did this stuff. All right, so let's see that of naira. So this is naira, right? So you could see that's our naira symbol there. So the last thing I want to talk about before we round up this particular video will be emojis, right? So how do we get emojis into our HTML? So I came on Google and I googled HTML emojis. So this stuff is actually readily available online, and I basically click on one of the things, and I tried to see if I could see some special character codes for emojis and so on and so forth. Okay, I think I clicked this particular one. So let's click it. Let's see what we are going to have. So these are like several emojis. Okay, I think this is itself. So these are like several emojis. So let's say you want this particular smiling emoji. All you just need to have is to copy this particular code and say, and just type P. Let's say this is an emoji. All right, so you put that there, and let's go and refresh, and this is an emoji, right? So you could see it's giving you the smiling emoji. So any emoji that you want, actually, so there are like several of them. Anything that you want, there are always HTML emojis for these things. You want this particular emoji that will blow up your mind. See, they are listed in such a way that it looks like numbers, right? So if I copy this one now, I should be able to get that particular emoji. So emoji, they are not images, right? So with HTML entities, you can actually come up with emoji, right? And here you go, see, amazing emoji, blow my mind kind of emoji over there, right? Just making use of HTML symbols. So guys, this is how you add entities, symbols, and emojis inside of your HTML document, or on your website or your mobile application, and so on and so forth. So thank you for watching this particular video. See you in the next video.